Hi friends, it's Mayla. I'm back with another video. It is Saturday morning, April 25th. I am over at my parents' house and they don't know I'm here. They are not in town. They left on yesterday going out of town for a funeral, and so I decided I was going to be out in this area today because I had to drop my son off at the airport and they don't live very far, and so I decided I would stop by and get a few things done in the garden alone today. And it won't take long. I have a few hostas that I dug up from around my tree rings in my front yard that I want to plant over back underneath the Emperor 1 Japanese maple tree that I planted for them back in the fall. Well, back in the fall. And then also there's some more hostas that my mom has on the other side of the house that we thought we dug them all up on last year, but she's seen some growing up, so I think I'm going to dig those out and put those under there too, and we're just kind of like pack out the area underneath that Japanese maple with some hostas. And then I'm going to put down some compost and mulch that area and add a little bit of drip tubing to the area. We have not started her drip yet, but I want to go ahead and add as I am planting. So it probably only take me about an hour and then we'll head back to my side of town. But I just wanted to come on, show you guys what we're going to do today and get started. And they probably do know I'm here by now because I'm sure they see me on the cameras. And they have like access to their cameras from their cell phones. So I'm sure they got notification that somebody is in their backyard, because I didn't even go in the house. I just got out the car and came straight to the backyard. So let me turn the camera around, show you guys what we're gonna do today and get started. All right, so here we are in this area. That's the Emperor 1 Japanese maple, and when we got some Florida Sunshine Elysiums, 2 there, and then 1 right there. Eventually we are going to connect these 2 beds. You know, this bed over here, it ends at the brick wall, and then that is just like a little triangular piece. We are going to take up the bricks and then we're just going to connect it to where this Florida Sunshine Elysium is in the bed, and we'll mulch all of that area. But I'm not sure whether my parents want to use that edging or this edging. It's 2 different ones, so we're going to hold off on that for now. What I'm going to do is plant all the hostas in this area. I'll pull a few of those weeds, and then we're going to put down some compost and some mulch. My dad went and got this from Home Depot about a month ago when they were having their sale, and they haven't put any down yet, and this is the only place in their backyard that has not been mulched. So we need to go ahead and get all this dirt covered up. All right, here are the hostas that I got from my yard. When I pull them out, you'll be able to see them better, but here's one big clump. And then I have no idea what varieties these are. This one is one that has a little bit of a bluish tint to it. And then here's another big clump that looks just like the first one. Let's actually go around to my mom's other side of the yard to see what she has. Let's go ahead and dig that up. So we're gonna dig these 2 up and take them around to the other side. Got 3 nice clumps. This one, this one, and this big clump. All right, we're done here. Let's head back to the other side. My gloves are already muddy. It rained a lot yesterday, and so the ground is still moist, but we'll be okay. So I already have drip tubing in this bed, but this hosta that's back here is kind of far from the tubing. So I am going to attach this 1/4 inch line to the bigger tubing and then feed it back here to this hosta. I already connected the little tip piece to the tubing and then the 1 gallon per hour emitter to the end. I'm just going to poke a hole in the tubing using this little tool and connect it. There we go. And I have 1, 2, I did this one. This one is already close to the drip tubing. This one is close to the drip tubing. I'm gonna extend a little piece to the one in the front. So here's my 1/4 inch tubing. Just gonna cut maybe like a little 8-inch piece off. There we go. Now, one end I'm gonna connect my 1 gallon per hour emitter to. And it's easier to do this if you have gloves on, because it can hurt your hand. And the other end, I'm just going to connect the coupler to it. So now we just got to poke a hole in the big 1/2 inch tubing and connect it on this side. We're going to take this, poke a hole in the line, take this tip and stick it in. Now I'm going to get a stake. Get a stake and just tape it down to the ground. So that it doesn't move about. I'm gonna pull a few more weeds and then we'll put some compost down and some mulch down. It's not, we only have 1 bag of compost, so I'm going to put it around the tree and bushes. I'm gonna connect this to drip also. So I'm gonna cut a piece and tap into the line that's going from this bed to that bed. And with this one, I'm gonna create a ring around the bottom of the. See this? Zoom in so you can see a little bit better. That is connected to the distribution tubing that is buried underneath there. So I dug it up and connected it. I don't know if you can see it. So you see that little 1/4 inch tubing is going in the ground. It's connected to the distribution tubing underneath the dirt, and then it's coming back out. And then I have the ring around the bottom of that bush. So now I'm just going to top it off with compost and mulch until we are able to connect these two beds. Alright guys, we are about done for the day, as much as I'm gonna do today. We need some more compost. I want to pull weeds out from underneath these Eden Climber roses and put some compost and some more mulch down there, and then fertilize it again, but I don't have any compost with me, so we'll do that another time. But I want to show you guys these Florida Sunshine Elysiums. It took a hard hit this winter, like lost all the color. A lot of the stems died back on the tips. So what I did was I went in and I like cut down, kind of like almost like you would do a hydrangea. I cut off all the dead tips, and you see it's starting to bud out from where I cut. You see, cut right there, and you see other branches are starting to form on every single one. Cut here, and you see, wait a minute, I cut there, and so now you see all of the small little leafing out that it's doing, and a lot of them have like little buds. That it's doing right there, right there. So yeah, like here's another one down here. So that's happening on all of them. You see these little, it's maybe hard to see this one, but there's like a little bud there, and then there's one on this other side over here. So I'm happy for that. Let me show you the others. Like the same here. You see all of the new growth on the sides of every single one I cut. I cut here, and you see the new growth here and here. You see these buds. There's a bud there. There's a bud there. That's gonna branch out. So like here, I cut here, and there's a bud there, and then there's a bud over here on this other side. So yeah, these are gonna be all right. Over in this area, it will be much more shaded. This one right here is getting a little block of sun now, but by midday the sun will be over and it'll be shaded again. But the same with this one. Cut there, you see all that fresh growth there, and so it's starting to bud out on all of these limbs that I cut. So it makes me feel a lot better. But yeah, until we attach this bed to that bed, I just put mulch around it in a circle. Once we pick which pavers we're going to use, we will move them, we will attach it, we will weed it, and then we will mulch it all so that it looks like one continuous bed. I am thinking maybe start like right there, pick up all of those bricks, and then kind of like swoop on down and then curve around onto the other side of the pergola and include the roses. And then over here on this side, I'm thinking we could, let's see, we could take this, well, I don't know, curve around and include the roses in this bed as well. But once again, here we have, this is our Emperor 1 Japanese maple. It's going to be a multi-trunk. And then we have the 1, 2, and 3 Florida Sunshine Elysiums. And then I popped in some hostas. There's one, there's another one, that's 3, then there's 4, 5, and the big one 6 in the back. So we have 6 for now. If I find a couple more, I might put one in that corner and one over in that corner, but this is good enough for now. Maybe when we close in the bed, I may put a couple more up front. We're not gonna do too much. I don't want to put too much in here for my mom to have to take care of. Hostas are very easy. You know, you just let them do what they're gonna do. In the winter time, or in the fall, or in the winter, you pick up their dead leaves and then you just start over. But yeah, guys, with that, I want to say that's the end of this video today. My parents, like I say, do not know that I'm over here unless they have looked at their cameras on, my mom has looked at the camera on her cell phone, which I highly doubt she has. They will be surprised when they come home tomorrow. And I am happy that I could come over here and do this today and get this little corner back looking nice. They sit on this porch several times a day, and it's like this is the direct line of vision that they have when they look this way. So when this Emperor One grows up and gets a little bit taller, and then you have the pops of the hostas and the Florida Sunshine Elysiums, that's the color, the pop of that color with the red Emperor One color will just be, it'll be amazing in this dark corner. So I'm excited that I was able to come over here and do this today. And then, like I said, I hooked up all of the drip irrigation so my mom will not have to come out here and water these. We have not turned on the drip system yet for the season. Of course, I can't get inside the house, and my mom has everything set up on her phone to do all of the schedules and things. So I'll probably come over here later on this week or maybe next week, and we'll get that going. It's the end of April. I think it's time to get it going. So with that, guys, I want to thank you for coming along with me today over at my parents' house doing a surprise gardening day. So when they come home tomorrow, they'll be, you know, happily surprised at something nice and fresh and new. If you like the content that I bring to you and you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Click the bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. It is free to do all of that. Leave me comments, you know, hype the video. All of that helps the channel, and I really appreciate you guys. And whether it is morning, afternoon, or evening when you're watching this, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of it, guys. Bye.